I am a staff from chemistry. Good morning to all. Today we are studying the topic solutions. So in daily life we are coming across the pure substances and rarely pure substances, and most of them are solutions. A solution does not mean water and a solid. It means air or alloy and any. So for example, brass, bronze, German silver. These are the three compounds which are made up of copper. So in brass there is a combination of copper and zinc. In bronze there is a combination of copper and tin. And in German silver, copper, zinc and gold. So that these are the three compounds of the same element, but the composition of the elements are different. So the utility of the compounds is also different. Now second example, F minus ions. So F minus ions concentration is depending on its utility. So 1 ppm of F minus ions prevent toothache, whereas 1.5 ppm of F minus ions will lead to patch of the colors on the teeth, and high concentrations of same F minus ions will lead to a poison. So now, what is a solution actually means? Solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more components which do not reacting chemically, and the resulting mixture should have uniform composition. Now in the solution, again we come across binary solution. A binary means two. So that a solution containing only two components is binary solution. In that binary solution, we come across the two words. Our binary solution is made up of two components. One is solvent and another is solute. So solvent is a component which is present in large quantity, or we say that the substance which dissolves solute, and it will decide the physical state of the solution. Now solute is a component which is present in small quantity, and the solvent component other than the solvent in the solution will lead to solute. So substance which is dissolved. So ನೋಡಿ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದರ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಕರಗಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂತಹ ವಸ್ತು. ಸಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಕರಗುವಂತಹ ವಸ್ತು. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ types of solutions. Based on the physical states of solute and solvent, we have totally 9 types of the solutions. So in that I will make a column, type of the solution based on physical state of the solute and solvent. So type of binary solution, solvent, solute. Examples: first one, gaseous solutions. In that solvent, in the three cases, it is solvent is gas, solute is gas. If it is gas, then air. Example will be mixture of O2 and N2. Next, solvent, gas, solute, liquid. Then CHCl3, chloroform plus N2 gas, or moist H2 gas. Third, gas, solvent, solid, solute. In that, camphor liquid solution. In that liquid solution also, liquid is the solvent in all the three. If gas is the solute, then O2 or CO2 plus water. It is the example generally called as CO2 dissolved in water is called as aerated water, which is used in the soft drinks. Now next, liquid solute, liquid solvent. Ethanol in water, and another example will be oil plus water. Next, third one, if solute is a solid and liquid, it is a common solution, salt, sugar, which is dissolved in water. Last category comes solid solutions. In solid solutions, we come across solid as the solvent. So now if a gas is the solute, then hydrogen absorbed in platinum will make the example. Next, solid is a solvent, solute is a liquid. Then second type, it forms amalgam of Hg with metals. Amalgam of Hg with metals like sodium, zinc or platinum or gold. Gold. Last one, solid in solid alloys. Example, best example will be copper dissolved in gold. The compound we are using as 22 karat gold is nothing but it is a copper dissolved in gold. So now here the first type of the solutions are complete. Next one, concentration expressing, next part, expressing composition of the solution. Here composition is a word which is referring to the word concentration. Now what do you mean by concentration? Already we have studied in the first one. So concentration, it is the amount of solute present in given quantity of solvent. So this itself is the concentration. Now here we can express the composition of the solution in two ways. First one, qualitative. Second one, quantitative. In qualitative, there are again two methods. We can say if the solution is dilute or the solution is concentrated. So what do you mean by dilute solution? A dilute solution is having very small quantity of the solute and solvent is in the large quantity compared to solvent. Now concentrated means solute is present in the large quantity than the solvent. Now in daily life we do not require this qualitative method but we require the quantitative method like mass percentage, volume percentage, mass by volume percentage, ppm, mole fraction, molarity, normality, formality, molality, etc. These are all the ways which are expressing or which we use to express the solutions or composition of the solutions in the quantitative. Now we can study some of these in the today's class. First one, mass percentage. also called as mass by mass or weight by weight or percent by mass. So mass percentage means it is the mass of the solute dissolved in 100 grams of the solution. Now, so I will write the formula. Mass percentage of solute is equal to mass of the solute, especially in grams or kgs, divided by total mass of the solution in again grams or kgs into 100. So now remember that in the mass percentage you have to express both solute and solvent or solution both in the units of mass, either in grams or kgs. So let me give an example. So example first one, 10% glucose solution by mass. So here you have to give the word by mass. It means 10% glucose solution by mass means 10 grams of glucose is dissolved in 10 grams of glucose is dissolved in 90 grams of, remember we have to make 100 grams of the solution, so don't take it as 100 grams, only you take 90 grams of water. Another example, second one, this is first one, NaCl 5% NaCl solution by mass. So means 5 grams of NaCl if it is present in or dissolved in 95 grams of water. So just see here both the quantities are expressed in the mass units. Now this type of the mass calculations are used in the industrial chemistry applications. Now second one, volume percentage. Second one, volume percentage V by V, or here it is volume by volume. So volume percentage is usually used to measure the liquid solution. So that what is the volume percentage? V by V. It is the volume of the solute in mLs or cm cube to total volume of the solution again in mLs. So volume percentage of solute is equal to volume of the solution in ml or cm cube divided by total volume of the solution again in ml or cm cube into 100. Here we are usually forgetting to write the quantity 100. But remember here we are using percentage word, so it should be into 100 compulsorily. Example, 5% ethanol solution. 5% ethanol solution means 5 ml of ethanol is, so here in some problems or questions you are just given the solution. It means the solvent or solute is dissolved in the water as the solvent. Now 5 ml of ethanol is present in 95 ml of water. Second example, first example is over. Second, 35% ethylene glycol solution. So 35% ethylene glycol means 35 ml of ethynyl glycol is present in 65 grams or 65 ml of water. So here this 35% of ethylene glycol solution is used as an antifreeze for the car engines or to cool the car engines by running it will cool the engine up to a temperature of minus 17.6 degrees. So now third category, mass by volume percentage. Third one, mass by volume percentage. Here general, normal. In the pharmacy and medicine, this method of mass by volume percentage is used. So mass by volume percentage of the solute is equal to mass of the solute in grams divided by total volume of the solution in mLs or cm cube into 100. Now, so for this it will not be given as, I will take the same example which I have given in the first one. So example number 1, 10% of glucose solution. It means 10 grams of glucose is present in 90 ml of water. So remember, for mass percentage you should have to give by mass word. Otherwise you have to refer it as mass by volume percentage. Second example, 5% NaCl solution means 5 grams of NaCl is present in 95 ml of water. Now first these are the three quantities to be covered. Next one, parts per million. Fourth one, parts per million. Parts per million, or in short form it is said as ppm. Parts per million, or it is said as ppm. When the solute is present in the trace quantity, very small, very minute quantity, then we use the word ppm. So in order to express ppm, here parts per million, name itself indicates that parts of the solute, number of parts of the solute in million parts by mass of the solution. So that parts per million is equal to number of units of solute divided by total number of units of solution into 10 raised to 6. Now this parts per million will have units or no units depending on what type of the solution we have prepared. So this can be mass to mass, in that case no units, or volume to volume. Both cases no units will be assigned for parts per million. Now next, if it is expressed in mass by volume percentage, then this ppm will have units of micrograms per milliliter. Micrograms per milliliter. Mu gram ml raised to minus 1. So let me give an example. So a seawater or sample containing 5 grams of solute in a 10 raised to 6 grams of solution will make a solution, or we say the solution as 5 ppm. Okay. Now next, last quantity for this class. Mole fraction. You are already familiar with this terminology. Mole fraction, it has the notation S. So mole fraction, definition itself indicates that it is the fraction of moles in the total number of moles. Say in the mole fraction of component, mole fraction of component is equal to number of moles of that component, number of moles of that component consider a binary solution. Already I have taken binary solution means it is a solution containing two components. In that, the two components will be A and B. I want the mole fraction of component A. So that XA is equal to Na divided by Na plus Nb. That is, mole fraction of A is equal to number of moles of A divided by total moles in the solution. Similarly, Xb is equal to Nb divided by Na plus Nb. So now Xa plus Xb. Can anyone think of what is the answer? So here the two terms, if we add, it comes to. So for a I components, for I number of components, for I number of components, another for I number of components, Xi is equal to Ni divided by N1 plus N2 plus N3 up to Ni, or we can write it as Ni divided by summation of N. And N1 X1 plus X2 plus X3 up to Xi is equal to 1. That is, whatever may be the components in the solution, sum of mole fractions of all the components is equal to 1. Now I have covered 5 quantities with the formulas. Now time is to draw the